Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. Maybe my best seamless pattern yet. It's got a lot going on. I think it would look better if I used a little bit thinner line on the next one. But this is what you need if you want to take a screenshot of that. It's really quite easy. I just followed a couple of rules. I'm going to make a 12-inch square. I'm going to hit P, put it in the center of the page. But then I'm going to Control D and duplicate it, and I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. Well, sorry, 45 degrees. Now I want a box on the outside of that. I've never really tried this, but maybe this will work. Take those items, hold down the shift key, and I put a rectangle and it's touching those edges. That's what I want. Now I am going to take my nudge factor and set on like whatever that above that number. So I'm going to go 18 because I need to weld these two pieces together to get that shape. Now I can put this back. Well, I'm going to wait. I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate and just move it in. And then Control D again, and it moved it in this same distance. So now let's put that box. You know what? I'm going to make a duplicate of that box. And I'm going to keep it out here. I can move it by hand because I can just hit P and put it right back where it needs to go. Now I need to make these corner braces that are kind of unique, and this is what I think I made too thick a line. And I don't really think it matters. At first, I was going to try to make this match about the right size, but I can't really figure out how to get it to the center. So I think if it's not touching, it's just as good, but it actually worked. So that'll work. Then I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate of that guy and rotate it 45 degrees. Grab both those and weld them just to get that shape. Then I'm going to Control D, holding down the shift key, and I'm going to bring that in. Now, you could rotate this, but if you take this, it's so easy just hit the plus key because you've got snap to on, and you could actually do both of them at one time. But I'm going to put it right there. So what I was saying, I could rotate this from the center, but I don't need to. Now this outside box just gives a little detail, and I don't think size really matters. So I'm going to rotate 45 degrees, and I'm going to put it on that second one there. Now I missed it, so I'm going to back up. It's got to be right on that node for us to weld it. You know what? Nah, I'm going to put it on that one. Now this is one you could rotate quite easily as you could the other. Control D, alternate C, but I've already got it at 45, so I'm going to go plus 90 and then Control D, Control D. Now what I want to do is take all these, and you know what? I'm going to try to weld them first. Nope, that didn't work. I'm going to have to make the lines thicker than a hairline. I think I'm going to keep it thin like that. Now I'm going to go here and go up to object and convert the outline to an object. And I'm going to left click, right click. Now I should be able to weld it to get away all those inner parts. So now if I took the Smart Fill tool, now you remember that I kept this box? Okay, this is all welded together, so I'm going to put this box back and hit P, and it should be on the very outside of that one. You know what? Because I made it a thicker line, I'm going to have to, you know what? That might even work. Because later on, I'm going to have to compensate for that line, but I'm going to go ahead and hold down the shift key and have it right there on that line. Now, because I've got two objects down here, they're going to intersect. And there is our graphic. Now, to make it kind of perfect, first of all, I'm going to make it, if I can grab it, I'm going to make it 4 inches. But if I nudge it, if I set my nudge on 4 inches and Control D and hit the duplicate, that line in the middle is going to be double. So that's, and I got off on my line a little bit there. So one of them is just a little bit off, but it's good enough for the video. So what I need to do to get, so I won't have that line, trying to get rid of that, I'm going to measure this line with the parallel dimension tool and try to go perpendicular, or actually hold down your control button. I got 0.05 of a line. So we know this is 4 inches. I'm going to set my nudge factor on 3.95. And then I'm going to hit the plus key and see now that line is just a single line. I think it's almost better to go ahead and weld and then nudge it twice and weld, so you won't have so much to weld. Hit the plus key and go down. I'm going to go ahead and risk it and weld them all. And it worked. So now you've got, everything's connected except for these inner circles or inner parts, because everything else is connected. We could have connected these, but I think it's a pretty neat pattern. I think this is going to look better. I'm going to make them blue and take away that line. Yeah, it's going to look a little better. I'm going to go ahead and make them yellow and bring in a black box. I think it really shows off for the video a lot better in yellow or white. Yeah, I like this one better than the other one. The other one, I just made it basically too thick a line. So with a little bit thinner line, these parts, see, this is kind of crowded where this is more opened up. And if you look at it, this looks like this would have taken forever to draw. And if I didn't have to talk, I could probably draw that minute and a half. And you will be able to too, just take a step. And you know, one thing you could do that helped me when I was first starting, when I'm creating this, and if you have Snippet or you have it in Windows, I can't remember the name of it, take a screenshot of every major step and save them, and then just bring them in and have them setting here, or just pause the video. I used to, when I was first learning Corel, I was watching Mr. Roy Brewer's videos, and I'd watch them on one computer and go do it on the other, and I'd pause until I got it all figured out. But I really like that logo. I mean, if you look, there's a lot going on. You know, this looks like a shape. Anyway, I hope that helped you someday, somewhere, and thank you for watching.